Welcome to the Shine Your Light Network with host and founder, Robin Nicole. I believe that each person holds a set of gifts inside of them that are unique and special. I also believe that it is every person's job, so to speak, to shine their gifts out to the world in whatever way, shape, and form that feels right to them. When we go out into the world and shine our light, the whole world shines along with you. Here on the Shine Your Light Network, you will find inspiring and uplifting conversations along with special video blogs from my heart to yours. Please take whatever resonates and let the rest fall away. Hello, my dear shining ones, my bright, shining stars that you are out there in the world. I just wanted to come to you today. Today is October 23rd, and this is my 100th vlog. And so I wanted to make it very special. And I came back to the forest where I started, and this is actually the spot where I started the group, the New Earth Ascending Consciousness group, back in, I think, 2019. And so I really wanted to come back to the spot. It was in the middle of the winter when I was here at that stage, and I wanted to come back to the spot where I was to kind of celebrate and have just a special vlog. So this vlog might be a little bit longer than normal, but I had been thinking about this for a few weeks now and what I wanted to bring for the 100th vlog. And so what I was shown is my guides want me to tell you the story of Azeztulite and how it came into my life. So this is what I believe to be Azeztulite. I'm going to put it up to the camera so you can have a good view of it. I got this crystal out of a beach in Dingle, Ireland, and there's tons of it. I've got tons of this crystal, and I was trying to identify this crystal because it kind of looks like a milky white quartz, but then it also has little pieces of quartz inside of it. I don't know if you can see them in the camera. And it's just a very different kind of crystal. And I was going through, it's called the Book of Stones, created by Heaven and Earth people. I don't have the book with me at all, but I came across this and I matched it with a stone called Azeztulite, which is a very different kind of a stone. And I want to tell you the story that I found inside the book about the stone. But first I'm going to tell you a little bit about what these crystals are and how I identified it. So this is just general information about Azeztulite, right? And now this was written back in 1991. So things have changed. We're now in 2021. And so I believe things have changed a lot, right? And so I'm just going to read this out to you. Azeztulite has one of the most unusual stories of any stone in this book. Chemically, it is a variety of quartz with a hexagonal trigonal crystal system and a hardness of 7. The original Azeztulite came from a single find in North Carolina around 1970. And over 30 years later, a second deposit was uncovered in Vermont. Since then, over a dozen varieties of Azeztulite have been discovered around the world. Azeztulites are not distinguished by their chemical makeup, which is always quartz and sometimes combined with other minerals. The distinct high vibrational energy currents that are particular to these stones are what make them Azeztulites. And I believe that I found this was these were coming where I found this stone was right off the beach. And there was like tons of them there, right? And they're like liquid light. The energy that comes off of them is absolutely amazing. And so I just wanted to look more into these stones and like, what about this? And so I'm just going to read to you about this, about the story about Azeztulite. And the story is written in the Book of Stones. And so there's a whole page that you can find about that. And so I'm just going to read this to you. And the people, the names, this is like, there's the guy, his name is Robert Simmons. He's the writer of the book. And then there's another lady, I think, I'm gonna read the story to you. Okay, so there is no way to explain Azeztulite without telling a personal story. Azeztulite came into the world of crystal lovers through a series of inner communications and synchronicities that began in 1991. They concern myself, Robert Simmons, my wife, Kathy Warner, and my friend and co-author, Naisha Asian. Late in 1991, Kathy and I received a telephone call from 3 women who were working together in channeling. The person doing the primary work was Naisha, who later came to work for us and created the Crystal Alley's cards. She told us that she and the other women wanted to commission a special piece of jewelry. It was to contain 5 powerful stones: moldavite, tanzanite, danburite, phenacite, and azeztulite. We were excited about making the piece, but we had never heard of Azeztulite. She answered that the beings who were communicating with her said that if our company, Heaven and Earth, did not have the stone, that they would soon. Naisha went on to say that the term Azeztulite was the stone's spiritual name, that the beings themselves were called the Azez, and that the stone would become a very important tool for light workers. We were told that the new stones would be colorless and oddly shaped, not like the prismatic crystals of quartz and other minerals that with which we were familiar. After much fruitless searching and investigation by all of us, a box of oddly shaped white to transparent stones arrived in the mail from a total stranger, a rockhound who thought they were phenacite. When Naisha and her friends inspected the box, they said, "This is not phenacite, it's the Azeztulite. Buy it." And that is how we began our work with it. Shortly after we received the first batch, Naisha sent us a letter with information on Azeztulite and Azez, including transcripts from her channeling. The beings with whom I am connecting are part of a society of interdimensional extraterrestrial beings, and they have said we may call them the Azez. From what I understand, their reason for being centers on anchoring the nameless light onto planets and into societies coming under the influence of that energy. The word Azez seems to mean both nameless light and the embodiment of the light in the universe, which is the great central sun. The stone Azeztulite is not only for communication with the Azez, but also holds and channels the energy of the nameless light and is manifestation from the great central sun. These beings have bases all over the world at energy centers both known and unknown to us, including the Andes, the Himalayas, the Adirondacks, and other mountain ranges, which I believe also here in Ireland because I found a stone here. I am not sure if channeling is the correct term for how I communicate with them. It is much more of a direct telepathic link. Next came a transcript of words she received from the Azez. Interdimensional travel involves pulses of energy in the universe, which acts as bridges for interdimensional travel. When we travel through many dimensions, these energy pulses cause disruptions that make it difficult for us to communicate with others based in other dimensions and on our other planets. Here enters the stone Azeztulite, which we use to create channels for our communication with other bases on each base or planet we inhabit. We have chosen a stone to be the anchor of these channels. After some manipulation and alteration, we engineered Azeztulite to handle the intense energy it carries. Until recently, we did not have the technical knowledge to engineer a vessel to contain this energy frequency. In our culture, Azez is the term for the nameless light, the embodiment of which is the great central sun. Please understand the implications of what we are explaining. This stone is the embodiment of the Azez and carries with it manifest energy of the great central sun. This is a powerful stone. This stone heralds many changes. Azeztulite will enable those of you who are telepathic windows and dimensional engineers to begin to reclaim the knowledge of these practices from your genetic memory banks. We will now begin to make ourselves known more fully to those beings to aid in this awakening and transformation. Disease on your planet is the result of certain frequencies of light. You cellularly block these light waves through thought form shields and contracting emotional patterns. Your cellular consciousness is therefore unable to properly learn and expand, resulting in disease. Azeztulite carries energies and frequencies of light that help release the shields and blocks, healing disease and aiding in cellular rejuvenation and expansion. Likewise, its activation at certain points on your planet will aid in healing the total organism of Gaia. Some years later, Nyasha added these insights. Azeztulite speaks to us of alternative realities in humans. We inhabit a very narrow range of reality. It is as though we walk this earth with blinders on, never seeing the incredible depth and beauty of all the levels of reality that surround us. Azeztulite was sent as an ally to aid us in connecting with the other realms around us, enabling us to open to the true scope of perception of which we are capable. The coming age of light is about opening ourselves to these more expanded levels of reality. It is about reconnecting with the source of energy that exists beyond us all and is embodied in the great central sun. Azeztulite carries this energy, and when we resonate with it, it shares this broadened perspective with us. From this connection, we will gain a greater wisdom and understanding of the beings we truly are, beings of light. Through the years, we have seen thousands of people connect with Azeztulite. We have told the story of its discovery over and over again, yet each telling brings goosebumps of excitement. We have seen people experience such profound contact and recognition that they were in tears. It remains the stone that emanates the most rarefied of all vibrations and brings dramatic awakening and spiritual growth to those who work with it. As of this writing in 2014, we have been working with Azeztulite for 20 years, and it remains at the top of our list of spiritual stones. As Nyasha later communicates with it, as foretold, more Azeztulites of different types are found around the world. The newest ones, red fire Azeztulite and black Azeztulite, were found just this year. A red fire Azeztulite in New Zealand and a black Azeztulite in Vermont. Others have been discovered in Colorado, North Carolina, India, and Africa. Several types come from New Zealand and seem connected to the country's beautiful energies. Nyasha links with the Azez also revealed the ultimate goal of these angelic beings to continue infusing the earth through people attuning to the Azastrulites with the nameless light of the great central sun. It is foretold that this energy infusion will activate more and more of the quartz in the Earth's crust, ultimately transforming our world into a planet of light. So many of the other predictions of the Azez have come true that we are convinced that this one's veracity, and we are working ardently with thousands of others around the world to bring about this transformation. And so when I was reading this, I was like, oh my goodness, like, could I have found the lot that's in Ireland? Like, could I have found it? Because, like, it is, these are great, it's an amazing stone. This is the big one. I have a bigger one, but I brought this one out because I was walking down and I said, you know, I'll bring this one with me. And it's amazing. Like, when I got these, so I started collecting, I have like a whole slew of these, right? And so when myself and my son, it was a couple years ago when we got these, and we were hoarding them. Like, we brought them out in big huge backpacks, and we took them, and they like filled the whole back of our car. And when we came home, we went to the bathtub and we started washing them because they had a lot of dirt and stuff around them and everything. And so we were like putting them in the bathtub, and we put our bathing suits on, and we were just like washing the crystals. I am telling you, the amount of energy coming off them was absolutely, ooh, like we were flying high inside that bathtub with these Azeztulite crystals. And it was just like one of the most amazing experiences. And then I have a friend, her name is Barb Morey, who teaches about these crystal circles. It's like a healing circle. And so one time, actually I did it twice, but the first time I did this, I said, I'm going to use Barb's method, okay? And I'm going to create, because I had a Lemurian crystal healing kind of, I used to host them once a month, and I had the girls coming. And so I put the yoga mat out, and I took all of these Azastrolites, and I made like a circle all the way around all the way around the yoga mat. And I had a pillow and a blanket and everything. And then we used the Lemurian crystals, all of us that were there. We sat around the person that was laying in the middle. And the person laying in the middle was holding either an Azeztulite, or they were holding whatever they felt like they wanted. I had like a slew of crystals that they could hold. And then the rest of us were pointing our Lemurian crystals at them. And then we did a meditation for each person. And I did like a guided meditation. And oh my goodness, when we got done with that afternoon, everybody was floating. We were like, wow, this is amazing energy that has happened. It was phenomenal. It was like liquid light all around us. We were buzzing. I was buzzing for at least a week after we got done doing this in the circle. And so sometimes when I'm feeling like I really need to like infuse myself with some light, these are like liquid light to me. And so I will put these around in a circle. I might do it in my bed and like put them around and have them for me, and I let myself just get infused, and I go into meditation, or I do like a shamanic journey or something. So that's what I do with these stones. Okay, so I'm gonna go, this is like an epilogue that was in the book. It's at the end of the book. It's called Zestulite Awakening. And they're calling this stone the Philosopher's Stone, a common substance found everywhere but unrecognizable and unappreciated. And it says, legend tells us that alchemists were continually searching for the Philosopher's Stone, usually depicted with a white rock, which was outwardly unimpressive, but which had the power to convert lead into gold, and to convey longevity, enlightenment, and even immortality. Mythologists and lore keepers have in more recent times viewed the Philosopher's Stone as a metaphor rather than a real object, symbolic of the wholeness of self achieved with the completion of the great work. Some of us who work with the stones have looked at this and other legends, such as that of the Stone of the Holy Grail, as possibly resonant with actual stones which were able to mysteriously bridge the apparent chasm between the spiritual and physical realms. It may be true as well that the chasm is only a micron wide, and the step across is a shift in perception. Whatever the truth of such speculation, the story of Azeztulite's rise from the utter unknown, that its prominence in the world of spiritual seekers is, to me, that the guy that wrote this, at least highly provocative and worthy of consideration by those open to some rather astonishing possibilities. And then he goes on and he talks about the story that I just told you about how they came in an unusual way. And but there is much more to this part of the story, including some stunning synchronicities. The apparent materialization and the rematerialization of large phenocite crystals, and the arrival of the first Zestulite at his company, Heaven and Earth, in the mail from a complete stranger. Those interested can tells. I already read you that part, right? Suffice to that, when the first pieces arrived, Nyasha instantly recognized them and urged us to buy them, which we did. Though the seller thought his stones were phenocite, they turned out to be oddly formed types of crystal, which he had mined in North Carolina some 25 years earlier. But on the vibrational level, they were like nothing we'd ever felt before. They were far more high frequency and intense than any quartz we had ever touched, yet with an undertone of loving gentleness that made them very pleasant to handle. As suggested, we called these new stones Azeztulite, and we have been offering them for the past 15 years. Over the course of time, we gradually purchased all of the original miner's supply, and we later discovered, as predicted by the Azez, other Azeztulite stones in Vermont. They don't know about my stones yet. They don't know about my stones here in Ireland, because the book is written and it's 20 years old. The first of these were brought to us once again by a stranger, and it just goes on. The hair on the back of my neck stood up when I felt one once again, the intense yet loving blessing pulsations of a Zestulite. And I'm just going on to try to figure out. He also started doing something with these triangles. He was an engineer, and he started putting the Azastrolites, the ones that he sells in his thing, he put them underneath this copper triangle thing outside to kind of activate them even more, to aid in cellular rejuvenation and expansion. And so that's it really about this. It's like the Philosopher's Stone. So I decided to come down to the river and put the Azeztulite into the river for you and let you see it a little bit close up and feel the liquid light. Feel the energy that's coming off from this crystal. And I thought it would be fun if we tune into the crystal, and I'm going to do a special connecting. I don't know if it'll end up being a meditation or a channeling. And I'm going to try to go into the stone and see if we can connect with the energy of the Azez. See if we can connect with if they have a message for us today. And just see what happens. So I just thought I'd let you see this in the river. So before we connect, I just wanted to show you the cards that I chose from my Lemurian Starchild deck before we came down. And I imagine that we are going to be visiting with the, so we have the Dolphins. It says, play, it's okay to relax, smile again, share and flow. So we have the Dolphin energy is here with us today before we go in. And we have the Cities of Light. It says, Telos, Adama, Inner Earth, Etheric, Retreats, Family of Light. So we have the Cities of Light that we might be visiting when we go in. We have the Last Cloak, which is releasing old identities. And forgiveness. They want us to see the big picture. They want us to trust and they want us to heal. So I'm going to put these cards where I can see them, just so that I can be reminded of what they want us to go into, in case, but most of the time I'll have my eyes closed. Where am I going to put them? So I'm going to sit with the crystal. I'm going to hold the crystal. And I'm going to, we're going to connect to the Azeztulite, the liquid light. And it's looking like we're getting filtering down light coming from us. So this is quite interesting to me. So we're going to take a moment. We're going to take some deep breaths in. And out. Let go of all of the stresses that are happening in your life at the moment. And let's just totally and completely connect with the Azeztulite crystal, with the Azez, if we can. We'll ask to bring the Azez energy in. We have it here with the crystal. In. Immediately I'm linking into an orange energy, and it's turning to green, and there is a flow of energy coming down upon us. Golden light, liquid light, I'm being told, that is being showered over the top of us. I'm seeing 3 dolphins swimming in a circle through this light that is coming down. The dolphins are here. This is their voice. They're saying play. Don't forget to play, dear ones. Let your hair down a little bit. They're taking us deep, deep, deep into the inner earth, bringing us all the way down. They're saying, swim with us, swim with us. Dive down in, dear ones. Let's dive down in. Do not be afraid. Dive down in. We're going to take you to the cities of light. As we swim down deeper and deeper and deeper, we find ourselves entering the cities of light. I'm seeing the beings standing there. These are the inner earth beings. The Lemurian Star Mothers. They're telling me today we're entering Avalon. There's 3 tall stones in front of us. And we're being led by the Star Mothers to a sacred pool, a healing pool. This pool is filled and infused with Azeztulite crystals. They are located at the bottom of the pool and the sides of the pool. And they just would like us to go in, and they're going to help us raise our vibration and soothe us. Let the water flow over you. Float inside this healing pool. For some of you, they are washing all of the dense energy that's around you. And for some of you, it's time to release old identities, that have held you back. They're taking a cloak off from you, a layer of protection that you have had on you for almost all of this lifetime. To keep you safe and protected, you put this cloak on. You put this identity on top of you. It's time to release this cloak and let this cloak out. So release it as the water fills you, as the water washes over you. Olaya na yoya noya kina tuya nata latu. Olaya na, you do not need this anymore, dear one. Oya lana ya lakuna tia tu. This is old. This is the you that you were before. You placed this cloak over the top of you to protect you from all of the dents and all of the energies around you, all the people, all of the beings that didn't have the best possible thoughts for you. Ayaya no la kanaya no kala. Ayolana tiayo kola tianaka. Ukanelane tukane shoo laya kana tia luna tia kana tu laya nukalana We want you to see the bigger picture, dear ones. The bigger picture out there for you. There is so much more for you. Please allow yourself to dream. Dream big, dear ones. Don't keep your dream so small and tiny and minute. Because you're thinking that it will never happen in your life. It's time to trust. It's time to heal. Trust your inner self. Trust your higher self. That your higher self is guiding you. Step by step. Whenever a path is put in front of you, whenever a door closes, another one opens. Let the old door go, dear ones. Do not try to hold onto this door. Because if you let the whole door go and open and allow that door to close, allow the people that were in your life inside and with that door, allow it to close. Do not attach, dear ones. Do not attach to those beings, those people who bring your vibration down. You deserve it. You deserve to shine your light as bright as you can shine it out to the world. And don't hold back anymore, dear ones, because of the people that are looking at you thinking you are crazy. You are the one that has like 5 heads on you. It only brings you sadness when you hold that light back. When you don't allow that door to close and open the new one. Open the new door. There is a door in front of you. There is a new path waiting for you. It's the most high vibrational, the most loving, the most nurturing path you could ever imagine. And you will be taken care of no matter what. If you trust your guides when they lead you, when they guide you, when they tell you it's time to leave, dear one. It's time to leave this old pattern, this old thing behind. Let it go, dear ones, please. Trust your guides. Your guides have your back. If this means you have to leave your job, if this means you have to leave your relationship that you're in because it's stagnant and it's not going anywhere and the person does not vibrate with you, and they're bringing you down, they're making you sad every single day because you cannot shine your light in exactly the way that you want to shine it. Dear one, let them go. Let them live their lives where they are. And we assure you that when the new door opens and you allow that new door in and you listen to your guidance and you follow through, dear ones, with whatever we guide you to do. Even if it sounds crazy, even if it sounds absolutely crazy, we're asking you, follow through. Follow through. And when you follow through and you take one step and you do what you're asked to do, you might be given a vision in your sleep. You might just be getting a nudge to do something and an urge to do something, to create something, to go somewhere, to do something. Do what it is that you are urged to do, and you take that step and you follow through. You will take that step and you will go on, and you will be taken care of. You will be showered with abundance. You will be showered in appreciation because you are listening to your guides. You are listening to your heart. And you are following through, dear ones. You trust it, dear ones. When you trust, you are always taken care of. You are always taken care of financially. You are always taken care of with your health and abundance. It's time to forgive yourself and forgive others around you for not holding you back. You yourself hold yourself back more than anybody else ever thought of holding back. They don't. And if you're worried that when you shine your light, all these people will leave you, the people that you love, dear ones, if that's what's going to happen, let them go. New people will come into your life that vibrate at the level that you vibrate at. And you will be so much happier when you wake up in the morning and you have peace and you have joy and you feel inspired and you're creating and you're doing whatever it is that makes your heart sing. You will be happy, dear ones. This is the Lemurian Star Mothers. They want to wash a blessing over you. Take in their love. have you, girl. We have you, dear ones. We have your hearts. We have you. We're holding you. All of us are holding you. There is so much, not just us, the Lemurian Star Mothers. There are beings from all walks of life. You have aspects, all of you, all over the galaxy, all over the universe. We are here to support you. We are here, dear ones, to be there to help you pick yourself up when you feel like the world is falling out underneath you. Come to us. Come to us, your guides, your higher self, your inner essence. It's there. Everything is there. We are all one. We are all creator source. And we are all one. And when you hurt, we hurt. Let the pain go. Let the physical pain go. Let the emotional pain go. Let it all go. Allow this water to wash over you. And these crystals that are infused in this water, this Azeztulite liquid light, fill you up. Fill you up. Imbibe in it. Drink the waters. Allow this water to fill your every cell. Every single cell. Go now, dear ones. The cloak has lifted from you. You now have a blank slate in front of you. A blank book. It's up to you. What are you going to write in it next? What's your story going to be? Time to write a new story, dear ones. Don't look back at that door that has closed. Instead, embrace the new adventure. Embrace the new door. And know that you can do this, dear ones. All is well. All is well. And so it is. That was interesting. I've decided I'm not going to go with scripts anymore. I'm just going to do what comes through. And that is what came through. And I hope that you got something out of that. And I hope that you totally and completely enjoyed it. I love each and every one of you. And this was my treat. This is what I brought to you for the 100th vlog. I've been doing this now for over a year and a half. And I thought it would be really nice to come back out into the forest, come back out to the river, and just let whatever comes through to come through. And I hope what I brought to you today helps you. If you'd like to connect with me, you know where to find me. If you'd like to have a private session, I do private sessions where I take you to your healing chamber. I channel a special message for you. And I crystal gaze and give you insight to help you with your life. So if you would like to have a private session with me, please go to my website, www.calmartstudio.com. It's located in the description below. Or you can find me on the Divine Ray. I have all of my classes, everything that I teach up inside of there, and you can even schedule a session inside of there. So follow me on the Divine Ray under Robin Nicole, and you can follow me on Facebook, Shine Your Light Network. You can find me on my Robin Nicole Facebook page. You can find me in the New Earth AC. I have another YouTube channel that I do. It's a group, it's a community effort where we try to help people. So come and follow us on the New Earth AC. If you're seeing this and you're not seeing this on YouTube and you're not subscribed to my Shine Your Light Network channel, please do subscribe to my channel so you can always avail of all the new things that are coming through. I give everything out that I do for free, and it's all here for you. And there's 100 vlogs now that you can go back on. If you're seeing this for the first time and you would like to connect with my energy, connect with my essence, and like to get to know a little bit more of what I do and what I teach, go through the vlogs. Everything's there, and you can get to know me. Reach out. And let me know. Let me know what you think about what we're doing here. And I'm just going to send you off with a nice, lovely blessing. And I'm going to sing a song. So there's a hero. If you look inside your heart, you don't have to be afraid of what you are. There's an answer. If you reach into your soul, and the sorrow that you know will melt away. And when a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth that a hero lies in you. And a hero lies inside of each and every one of you. We all have the power. We all have everything that we need inside of us. Go deep inside, find out what makes your heart sing, and go out there and spread your light out to the world. I love you all.